Hey guys, welcome back to our live stream review of Once Upon a Time's The Apprentice. This was actually the first episode that we reviewed together 2 years ago.
It is.
Yes,
2 years.
also 2 years,
Celebrate.
yeah. Almost to the date, I think. Anyway, sorry for the delay for those of you who are tuning in now. So, what?
I didn't say anything.
My bad. Sorry, the stream came on. Anyway, sorry for the delay. And we are going to start the episode in about, should we wait for people to tune on, or should we just go at it?
Yeah. We'll give it a couple minutes. We have 1 week till Once Upon a Time, so everyone's looking forward to it.
I know. It's a big deal. They actually remember how I asked you earlier tonight if they released a trailer for the episode?
Yeah.
They did. It just came up.
Is it like new footage?
Yeah. The icon that I saw is that of Aladdin and Jasmine, so I'm going to cover the trailer when we finish the stream.
Who's cast as Jasmine? Is anybody
Karen David, I think. They announced it during the Comic-Con stream. So, all right. So we are good to go. So, sorry for the delay for the episode. So we are going to start The Apprentice in about 2 minutes.
Oh, the girl from Gallivant?
Yes, that's exactly who it is.
That's good casting.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like her. She'll do well, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. So we got our chat. So those of you who are tuning in, please make sure to comment in the chat so you can ask your questions. And do you want to start the episode?
Let's do it.
All right, we are watching The Apprentice in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I miss her on the show.
Wait, it's still loading for me. It took forever to load.
Oh, it's still loading. Okay. All right, tell me when you're good.
Wait, no, it just said previously. This is the joy of live streaming, folks.
It's always at issues.
Previously on Once Upon a Time, and I see Anna.
Wait, say again?
I'm up to previously on Once Upon a Time, and I see Anna.
Yeah. My episode is just starting.
Right. Okay. What part are you at?
The opening scene in the cavern.
Oh, you're past the
intro. Yeah. All right. Remember, this is when Mickey Mouse comes in?
Yeah, I love Mickey Mouse. Okay. Now I see the tunnel or whatever.
Yeah, the underground cavern that they're in.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Beauty of live streaming.
A long time ago. It doesn't even say.
Well, it's too difficult today.
Believe us, a while ago.
I know. Yeah, decades, centuries.
Mickey.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
They need a spin-off show. Once Upon a Time in Mickey's world or something. And this guy needs his own show.
He's dead, the poor dude, too.
The actor or just the character?
The character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's Once Upon a Time. They can always bring him back. Michael Soka. This is when they awkwardly tried bringing in the Knave of Hearts.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
Yeah, that was like a foolish thing, and because his character was just a failure.
Yeah.
I think it's hysterical how the Dark One's name is Zozo.
Yeah, he's so-so.
He's so-so, yeah. And they're trying to get that hat that was such a big deal throughout all of season 4 and then became nothing in season 5.
Yeah, he's so-so as a villain.
Yeah. Elizabeth Mitchell's credits.
Yep. Georgina Hagg.
Yep, we just saw. Well, yeah, and Georgina Hagg. I remember when we watched this episode live. We watched it the first time, and we saw Georgina Hagg as Elsa, and we said it was funny how she got pushed to the background for this episode, where every other one she was like a main character.
Who was Elsa?
Elsa, yeah, like they kind of pushed her away, and like because it was the love story for Emma and Hook for this episode.
And Rumpel's bad, right? You can never tell.
Yes. Yeah.
Shows. Okay. He's bad this time.
Yeah, you're on the title card, right?
What?
But you just watched the title card, right?
Yeah, he's looking at the hat now.
Yeah. Just tell me when you get to the title card, because I think I'm a little ahead of you.
Oh, okay. I'm at the title card. Okay. I see a broom walking by because
Yep.
Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. Yes. All right. So FYI, guys, we are at 3:39:42 at this point. We had a bit of issues in the beginning of it.
They should cast Goofy. Just go all out. Just
get Donald and Mickey and we already had Mickey. Get Donald and Minnie.
That's one of those sellout last seasons.
Yeah.
That's why I could see it. Oh, this is when he still wore the whole getup too.
Yeah. This is when he drops his clothes. Just drops his clothes. Drops his pirate getup.
I think he looks different only because of his hair. I think his hair just grows longer every season.
I think so too. And then
it's like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, when he became evil, like they made his hair wet and like mapped it down.
Yeah, like they gave him the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she's about to come up against my favorite character for the only time in this episode, which I really hated.
The wife of Mr. Softy.
That's not Queen.
Right, the ice cream scooper.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen this kind of scene between the two of them.
Oh yeah, because they're like goofy rivals.
But they're goofy rivals, but every time they like go up against each other, it's always like, we don't like each other, but let's make a deal.
Yeah, I don't like their relationship, and I really don't like him. And I know people love Robert Carlyle, and I don't like the character at all. The actor's fine, don't get me wrong, but I do not like the character.
I don't remember. This is Hook's hand, or this is just a random hand?
It's his hand. Apparently, he kept it for like 300 years.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Gross. That's not gross. Well, because Clint just asked us a question. Would you like to see Star Wars on Once Upon a Time?
No.
Clint, no, we would not. I would never want to see Star Wars on Once Upon a Time.
We pretty much... I think you're pretty much the same boat I'm in. Besides the Frozen arc, I thought the Frozen arc did fairly well. I think the show is at its best when it sticks with what it was. Fairy tales. When it's
which is why I think that season 6 has actually really good possibility for that particular reason, because it's all fairy tales and other stories coming in, not like mainstream Disney stuff.
Yeah, I didn't mind Frankenstein that much because I felt like
I missed his character.
I felt that fit the tone of the show, And we've made some jokes about the Wolfman or Dracula coming in, but quite frankly, I think they would fit in well in the show.
Yeah. Here's Elsa. The biggest age gap for sisters and brother in the world. 30 years.
Sure, you guys don't want help. They didn't get help to stay in. My sister put her wedding on hold because of me. I don't want anyone else to stop living their lives.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Oh, yep, there we go. He's out of the get up.
Yep.
You
Now that I'm settling into this world, I finally thought it was time to dress the part.
are you really went all out?
Back to what you were saying is, I think when the show decided to do the whole arc thing, like I thought Brave was like, I liked Amy Manson as Merida, but I think that blending it to Camelot is what kind of lagged it because you had too much to focus on. It's probably better when you just focus on one thing as opposed to blending tons of stories together.
That season was an excellent example of writing by the week.
Yeah, I just think they had too much and they couldn't handle what they had. I think because it was like so focused on Frozen, minus this episode. Last season, it was jumbled all over the place. And I think that's what caused a problem with several episodes.
Yeah, season 5A, I think it's not that they didn't do long-term storytelling because they had points in place, but you can tell they didn't really plan accordingly. And they took it week by week. And for the story that they were trying to tell, I think it came off as sloppy.
They had a lot of potential, and I think that potential was wasted. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were some good episodes, but they weren't standout amazing.
Yeah.
See, this is what I love. I love when he is as Rumple. I don't like when he plays Gold. I like when he just gets to play like the impish character.
Yeah. Originally, when he died in
3.
Yeah, in 3.
3.
At the end of 3A. I thought they were going to keep him just as this.
Which I thought too, and I thought that would have been perfect because that way he died a hero. He wouldn't have this whole goofy arc that he had in this particular season, and then he could just be able to manipulate things in the past.
Yeah, I thought he'd still be a main character, but as in
just in flashbacks.
Yeah, at least for a while. I mean, they brought him back pretty much like too soon.
Clint, by the way, you just asked if we would like to see Moana on Once Upon a Time. I need to see Moana before I can say if I want it on Once Upon a Time.
Not only that, but I mean, that kind of goes along with what we were just saying where...
Yeah, I think...
The mainstream Disney stuff, like, I think the show works best with fairy tales.
Frozen fit, but yeah, the show needs to focus on itself.
They handled it with grace, though. I think they were very, very cautious.
They had to because they were under the strict executive eyes.
Yeah. But I feel like for the most part, it wasn't... The storytelling in 4A is very different than it was in 4B, 5A, 5B.
It's good. It's an actual storyline.
It was more structured. And it was more competent, really.
Yes.
So, that's why Frozen works so well. But with all these other mainstream Disney movies, I don't think it fits the show. I think the show is best suited for the fairy tale type characters.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I really liked Elizabeth Lail as Anna. I thought she did a great job. In this episode, in the flashback, she's really running it along with Rumple.
How Mickey Mouse made it through the show and never actually was Mickey Mouse. So we saw him as a mouse, but we never saw him as Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Was a wasted opportunity, in my opinion.
I mean, the show isn't known to be comedic, though. So this is, I think, by turning him into a mouse, that was the opportunity. Madison Johnson just went, "Why doesn't anyone read Rumple's contracts?" My reaction to that is, they're super long. Nobody has time to read that long contract. And
Someone
also the
said,
show.
yeah, why doesn't anyone read Rumble's contract?
Yeah, I mean, they probably should.
That's the deleted scenes on the DVDs. You see the characters' attorneys flipping through their contracts.
That would be hysterical if they have characters had attorneys.
That's the deleted scene.
Season 6's problems.
Who's Elvira?
CC Cole. Who's Elvira?
See, I think the guy that cast
I
as
don't know.
Mickey Mouse would have been a great Merlin.
A great who?
Merlin. I mean, we've said this in our reviews.
Oh yeah, he would have been because he fits like the what people generally think of Merlin as, and I think he would have been a fantastic Merlin.
Yeah.
I mean, because think about it, he's the apprentice.
Yeah. Was that just Lady and the Tramp? Like, obviously that was the scene, but are we supposed to like pretend that that's actually Lady and the Tramp?
I'm gonna just say it's supposed to just be an allegory to Lady and the Tramp. It's not, or an illusion. It's not supposed to actually be Lady and Tramp in human form. Even though apparently, I doubt you remember this, and I don't even know why, but apparently back in season 2, Gus the mouse from Cinderella got turned into a human by the curse. So maybe it is them.
Yeah, I did not remember that.
Still think how big is something to do.
I don't think it. I know it. It was a part of my concept.
He has a scar on his face. I wonder where he got that from.
Yeah, is that an episode thing or an actor thing?
I don't know. I don't remember him getting. Did he get attacked? I haven't watched these episodes in a little while. I don't remember if he got attacked recently.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just a cut from like the previous week.
Yeah, me too. Because I guess in the previous week, if I remember correctly, he almost got killed by the Snow Queen.
He didn't fight the Knave yet, right?
No, he's fighting him right now.
No, this might be what does it. Yep.
Kill him. Look, it's okay. Yeah.
Do you think that she has the potential to go to movies, Jennifer Morrison?
Into movies? Yeah, she was in the horror movie that came out with Kevin Bacon this year.
She was?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. It wasn't that good, but
I just wonder because, like, I feel like she has so much potential. I feel that her and Lana have so much potential to become bigger actors from this show. I'm curious if you thought the same thing.
yeah, she had a smaller role, but it was in the Kevin Bacon film this year. I'm trying to look what it was because.
Oh. Speaking of Lana Priya, here she is.
The Darkness was the movie.
Oh, that's what you're thinking about.
Mm. And she's going to be in another horror movie, Amityville: The Awakening.
Oh, cool. That's good. I'm glad that she's doing movie deals too.
With
You know what's really cool? Just to talk more about the show. Regina just said a second ago that she doesn't have anything strong enough to counteract the Snow Queen's magic, and Regina herself is always one of the strongest characters on the show. So it's interesting that the Snow Queen is that strong that nothing can beat her. Because think about it, the only way she dies is because she killed herself.
Yeah, they made her really a force to be reckoned with.
And I think I hated when she died. That the death scene was amazing, but I hated that she died. Imagination Magic just asked us which character and ship are your favorite. So who's your favorite character and which couple is your favorite on the show?
What character and what couple?
Yeah.
On the show? Well, I think there aren't a lot of couples at this point, right?
At this point, everyone's pretty much dead. You have these two, and you have Charming and Snow White.
And then No, Regina and Robin are done.
No, they're done. There's no Zelina and Hades. They're done.
No, Zelina and Hades. The Ruby and
Rumple. I guess it's
Dorothy
Rumple Bell.
was so short-lived. Rumple and Bell is too dramatic.
I know. I don't like that either.
I guess Hook and Emma.
Yeah, Hook and Emma would be my favorite couple on this show too. Favorite character? Probably Regina.
Probably Hook.
Clint, to answer your question of whether or not Zootopia would work on the show, again, back to the comment where Disney shouldn't do mainstream things. I stick to that it should be off the table. And also, it's animals.
Yes, but see, I just want to see them, even though it goes against what we were saying. I want to see them do Lion King just because I want to see how absurd.
No mainstream Disney. No.
Yeah, all of them go into like, essentially, it would look like Neverland, essentially. But
No more.
Forest. And there's Jungle Book.
You know, to offer more commentary on this season, I think it's so funny because these episodes become so heavily focused on Frozen, but like the only characters that really kind of move besides Elsa, Anna, and the Snow Queen were Emma and Hook in terms of character development forward.
Mm-hmm. I think Jungle Book 2 actually would work well. It does fit the gimmick that we were saying. It is an older book. You know, it's in the same sense of like Snow White and everything.
Maybe
they made the movie.
Maybe Mowgli has an untold story.
I'd see them cast
Mike.
Mowgli as someone like Hercules, though, like around that age.
Yeah, that would. He's our age. By the way, Mike just said Lion King is based on Hamlet, so they could do, I guess, Shakespeare's Hamlet, but that's Shakespearean plays. I think you're talking about actually seeing like Simba and Mufasa and Nala, not seeing Hamlet and everyone.
A nice in between. Obviously, Hamlet gets pretty dark, and Lion King gets dark in its own right. But Lion King is I don't know. I guess kind of that color, the color palette, I would say, make the same. Simba would be bright blonde, I guess, and then Scar would just, you'd be able to tell because of a scar on his eye.
Yeah. I just say the CGI for his particular castle looks decent right now. Normally, it's kind of like you can see sometimes outlines around them. I think it looks really good.
I don't know. I was never a fan of this CGI of this like room.
I like the CGI in the room. I don't like the CGI from the castle, or like from the outside of it that you can see.
I feel like Mickey Mouse just gets destroyed in this show.
He does. He becomes a mouse in this episode. He gets consumed by darkness in the finale of this season, and then he dies in the beginning of season 5. It ain't good for him. Sarah, thank you, or Sadra, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. That means a lot. Brianna Tarnango just said she would like to see Tarzan and Dumbo. I actually would be totally cool with seeing Tarzan in untold story capacity. Dumbo, I don't know, because that's a silent elephant that flies.
Personally, Tarzan, for me, would be boring because I was never into the Tarzan story.
Yeah, we're not going to discuss that because Tarzan's really good. It's not boring at all.
And what he protects is also guarded by an enchantment, a spell that can only be broken by someone who is tempted by their inner darkness and her light. Someone just like you. I knew you would. I knew you'd see the best of the old man. I never faith.
Theory that at the end of the show, Emma will die. I don't think so.
I don't know. I've heard that people say that the end of the show will be Emma waking up and that all of Storybrooke would have just been a dream and that nothing ever happened.
It was purgatory.
Which would be like totally defeating the purpose of the show. Clint asked us.
I would expect that from the people from Lost, though. Like, yeah, I love the Lost ending, but after that Lost ending, people would be in an uproar.
I know.
Both shows.
Clint Lamberson just asked us what character or which character do you think is going to die in season 6?
It's going to die?
Yeah, if someone had to die. And not that every character dies every season, but I guess someone dies.
A major death? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any.
Well, the major death last season, I guess, was Robin Hood. Were the Snow Queen count as a major death from the season before?
No, she was a villain. I mean, like they brought her in that arc, you know.
Yeah, and Peter Pan being in the same capacity, so like a main character to die. Clint, I don't know. I mean, I hope they wouldn't kill anyone else on the show. I mean, I could always see Charming or Snow White dying because I see their character becoming less and less important.
I could see Regina because I don't see what else they have left to do with her after this half of the season. Upcoming.
Well, no, remember, all of season 6 isn't 2 arcs. Season 6, one long story like season 1.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't know. It's a lot of episodes to be one long arc, so I'll still have to just wait and see for
that. Clint just asked us a question that I've been thinking of for a while, that season 6 could be the last season. I think it's coming full circle, so I think it's quite possible 6 is the last season. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it is. To Hogwarts Dreamer 113, I say the same thing. I hope it's not Regina as well because she's my favorite, and I don't want her to die either.
No, I love Regina, and I think they would do it just kind of as because at this point Robin died. Like, what does she have in terms of? Because that was such a large part of her story was the finding true love. She found the true love. Now the love is gone. So I guess she learns to live.
She learns to live. Yeah, but she lived without that love for years. I mean, that was just like one part of her character development.
Yeah, but I mean, it pretty much was when she became fully good.
Right.
That was a huge push, you know.
So I think right here we're about to get a allusion back to the movie Frozen. Yep, we are, because the way that the way she just cried was how she cried in the movie. I love that they do that, little things like that.
You know who isn't in the show yet? Who's kind of surprising? Ichabod Crane.
I wonder if Ichabod Crane will be in the show. To Cole Entertainment, I will be doing a full trailer and review video for the new promo when the stream is done. So we'll be discussing it in a separate video.
It's getting intense, apparently. I haven't seen any of the trailers.
I've been covering one. Yeah, I mean, I've covered the past. I guess I covered everything so far. I don't think I've missed one. So the next one I want to do because I want to see it and discuss it. This is fun. I just love. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but I love the fact that he's in a car with him right now.
Yeah,
like
I'm just tuned out of the Aladdin thing, not because of. I think the actors look like they'll do a fine job with it, and the writing seems like it'll be okay. It's too early, at least for me. I didn't see much on it, but it's just they did that with Jafar and everything already in the Wonderland spinoff. So I don't think they should have brought it back up. I don't think they should have did it. I don't think they should have recast him. I don't think they should have brought it back up. Period.
They did recast him. Obviously, it's no longer Naveen Andrews, but the actor who plays him, as I said to you before, is a very good actor. So he definitely can capture Jafar.
Yeah. No, I'm not doubting him, but it's just they really did that story. It's just, I don't know. I personally,
I think it depends. I never watched Wonderland, so to see it will be interesting, at least for me.
Yeah, Jafar was kind of the main thing in Wonderland. So
right, I remember he got trapped by a genie.
Well, yeah, I just
the genie's land. That's all I know. He just stabbed him. It's funny. We're not really talking so much about the episode as more future episodes. You know what's interesting is in this episode he gave him back the hand, right? And he's saying that that the hand's gonna turn you evil, when the hand has nothing to do with it. When it's all just mental. It's all he manipulated him.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. But do you
mind over matter can be he's a villain? Your mind can be a crazy thing. Like it's amazing how psychological it can be.
Yeah, I always took that though. You can't believe every word the villains say. So
right.
I never knew whether to believe that or not. I kind of took it with a grain of salt.
I don't think the hand was cursed. All right, all right. Now we're gonna see her.
Oh, is this the first time they reveal what she looks like?
No, the first time we're gonna see her in this episode. We saw her 2 episodes ago.
Oh, well, you just saw her get up, but you didn't see her face.
Yeah.
Isn't she her stepmother or something?
Foster mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the one thing I hated about this particular episode was because it's no longer focusing on her. Like it's supposed to be like focusing on the Snow Queen, and then like this episode has nothing to do with her. She's in it for 3 seconds. So I think again, like this is when like writing is like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Belle's still not a thing in
Belle's
her-
useless.
in current time. Remember, she's in the
Oh, she's trapped in Pandora's box in a sleeping curse.
yeah.
Clint, to answer your question about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are owned by Warner Brothers, not by Disney.
Plus, Lord of the Rings, I feel like would be dreadfully boring.
Yeah, me too. Harry Potter, I think, could actually kind of fit into it, but say no because it's just a different thing, different company.
This is going to help you find out.
This is a reference to the Sorcerer's Apprentice as well.
Yeah, and the what's that movie? Fantasia.
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 Fantasia, yeah. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is a segment in Fantasia.
Gotcha.
Why didn't Zeus just use a bit of extra magic to give Hook his hand? Because then he wouldn't be Hook anymore. Then he would be Captain Hand, as Emma said earlier in this
Just be
episode.
hand.
Yeah, he would just be Killian, but he would no longer be Hook. Oh,
Zeus was 5B.
yeah, the end of it. That's how Hook came back to life, because Zeus did it. So what I do like here, even though we don't really see their parents again, is Anna and Elsa's parents, is how they're able to manipulate their parents' death into the storyline here. How like they went to see him, they told them, and then they died.
Yeah.
I like that. I that's when I liked how I was able to weave so well, like it was an extension of the original movie.
Right.
Clint, I don't think Hook will die in season 6. I think that was meant to evolve Emma's character.
Yeah, they went through that whole thing in 5B with getting him back. Not much ever happened with that hat, right?
So the hat is what sucked up the darkness in the end of season 4, and then it released it into the shadow, into Storybrooke, and that's how Emma then became the Dark One. Then they forgot about it, and the hat's still there, but no one ever touched it in 5.
Yeah, because they made it seem like this really, really powerful "don't mess with this" type thing.
Yep, and that never happened. Mickey, Mead, and Rumple.
Telling you, they need to do Once Upon a Time in Mickey's World or something like that. And just
I
give this
really would
guy
like if they. Sorry, I really would like if they went Once Upon a Time Frozen. I just think that show would do really well.
I don't think they'll ever do this. I think the show's kind of on its way out. The spin-off
I mean, I do like this show a lot, so I would love it to go as far as it could go, but I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, the franchise just kind of in general. The spin-off failed, and in this, I don't see too many seasons left. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
if the premiere of season 6 is good, I think we can kind of gauge it.
Mm. Mickey Mouse will be good. Well, Mickey Mouse was in Once Upon a Time.
They killed Mickey Mouse. They killed the mascot of Disney. Maybe.
Did they ever bring in Yensid?
Yes, Rebecca. Lost only had 6 seasons. What, Joe?
Did they ever bring in Yensid? No, right?
No, Yen Sid was never in the episode. No, Yen Sid and Merlin, I think, were like a combination type thing.
Because they could always bring him in. I could see kind of being a main guy at the end of the series.
That'd be cool. Disney backwards.
Mhm.
The broom looks pretty good for the CGI effects. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
I know the show has a. No, Clint. Lost only has 6 seasons. It does not have 7. I know this. I watched them. I own them. I only have 6 sets, unless it's a 7th season I have never seen.
The epilogue.
Oh my god.
See, always just terrorizing Mickey.
I know. Well, the poor dude just never gets a break. He's gonna get sucked into the hat. You know what I don't like is how you have Mickey, you have the hat, but you don't have the actual sorcerer because who is supposed to be Yen Sid, but then they make it Merlin, and then the whole thing goes Merlin is who is he, and then you end up he's trapped in a tree.
Oh yeah, Merlin. I forgot about the tree.
That was the whole thing. God.
It sucks, he's always just kind of, getting tossed around, this guy.
I know.
Every time you see him, he gets something happen to him.
Well, yeah, this he gets sucked into the hat, then he dies. Not a good thing.
Just so nonchalant.
I like the hat, how they went to the whole consolation type thing. Imagine a new season, Once Upon a Time in Space, or Once Upon a Time explore the contents of the hat.
Yeah, explore the hat.
He did a good job as Kristoff.
Yeah.
I actually think him and Jonathan Groff, who did the voice, could have done it just as well. But I think Scott Foster did a good job.
Once upon a time in
the hat. Yes, Mike, I like that.
Would you guys like to see The Apprentice back on Once Upon a Time?
Yes, I think
Absolutely.
he should come back. The actor's very good.
And also, Cruel said that the actors in the spinoff are bad. I think it was the opposite. I used to think in Once Upon a Time, originally in the first couple seasons, that the villains were the best.
I would say the Once always had relatively good actors. I think that kind of fell in season 5.
For me, early on, I viewed it as Hook when he was still a villain. Hook, Regina, and Rumple were the villains. I thought they were the 3 strongest on the show, so I thought the villains were stronger and the
heroes
show. But in the spinoff, I thought the villains were weak, whereas the heroes I thought were very good. The Knave of Hearts was great in Wonderland, and then when they brought him in this scene, they just made him just completely. It was wacky what they did with him. It was just wacky what they did with him.
Oh boy.
More, please. There's more stories to tell on Once Upon a Time. Yeah, and I think that'll be.
I think so too.
Of this one.
How do you think this one's going to react? She finds out. I know how that device works. So you.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't see how that would.
That'd be just maybe shrinking a few of them down and
I
doing
could
like a
see
comedy thing that way.
an episode.
Yeah.
The only thing it did was give you permission to be the man you
Yeah, I don't know. I know they're saying it. They're making it look like he's telling the truth, saying, "Oh, it was just your hand," but he is a villain, and we can't put that past him.
Yeah, I mean, villains lie, but why would he tell the truth about that?
To manipulate.
I hate the character of Rumpelstiltskin on this show.
Yeah.
Threatened his marriage. His marriage is 100% a lie.
He threatens his marriage every episode.
Yeah, exactly. He's just not a good guy.
Oh, that's a good question. What untold stories you're most hyped for? Honestly, I was really looking for Jekyll and Hyde, and I think they did a pretty good job with it from what they tackled in the last episode of season 5.
They have a lot of things coming up, but I think the only thing I really want to see the most is Aladdin and Jasmine.
Well, the thing is, I love the question, but we don't know what untold stories there's going to be because they're untold.
There's like so many characters cast, but we don't know what the story will be.
Yeah, a lot of them could even just be original to the show. So
right.
I don't know. I'm looking forward. I think this season has potential to be a knockout season.
This is the only time that was referenced.
See, and it's a shame because he was great in the spinoff. He was, and in this, they made him just look like a fool.
Yeah.
The guy can act. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but then they didn't know what to do with them, and they ruined his character. Oh, more lies, more lies.
It's a looking mystery to me. This is as good as mine. Must have been some parts, eh? Well, if you remember anything.
I'm pretty sure she's violating some constitutional rights, keeping him trapped in that jail cell.
There we go. That'll be the next stream. The constitutional.
No, never.
The affirmative defenses of the Knave of Hearts.
Cold. We don't find out what she wants with her for a while, too.
I just want to see a villain come out of the town and be like, "I've been here the entire time since the curse. like I've been plotting." Yeah.
Well, that's what the Snow Queen was, because she came back and forth.
Would we like to see Neil or Robin Hood back?
No.
No. As much, I would only want to see Robin Hood back for Regina, but like we said, she doesn't need Robin Hood. But I don't know. I'm pretty much a believer of if a character dies, they die. Especially Robin Hood.
I don't. Yeah,
Robin Hood.
He died. The actor's been adamant, and his soul's not able to regenerate, as far as I know. So he's gone.
Yeah.
After school in a town that really doesn't have a school system, since it was created by a curse.
Yeah, technically, Henry never made it past what, second grade?
I think 4th.
Didn't he work in the shop for a while?
Yeah, that's like the next. He works at the end of this episode, I believe.
I know, but didn't he last in the store until like season 5 or something?
Say again?
I feel like he was. Didn't he actually work in the shop for like a while, like into season 5?
I think so.
It's not actually sweeping anything, but
Whatever. Just how that goes.
Henry sweeping. Another riveting week of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I think that episode didn't end on anything good. So it didn't really have me super engaged for the week after. The trailer that I believe followed is what I liked a lot. So the next week was I forget what it was about actually. It was episode 5, all I know.
Breaking Glass.
Breaking Glass. God. I forgot the plot of that episode. Whatever. I think it was when it's when Regina's mirror got stolen, as far as I remember, and the Snow Queen. We learned what her plan was. I think that's what it was. Anyway, that was a good episode. So thank you all for tuning in to our live stream review. Sorry that it got off to so many rocky road at the beginning of it, and it was a bit of a bumpy ride, but we made it. We watched the episode. Thank you for commenting, all of you. Clint, Mike, CC Cole, Brianna Tango, all of you who tuned in. Thank you so much. And I get one more question from Austin. Austin Prophet says, Rob and Joe, do you think it'd be fun or entertaining if Once Upon a Time did Hunting I Shrunk the Kids? I believe we already answered that, but I'm going to say they should just shrink them down. Just shrink a couple characters down.
I think it would work
that
an episode.
Yeah. And Rodrigo DJ just said Robin Hood equals boringness. I agree with you too, Rodrigo. Totally.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, the character wasn't. He had the opportunity to be interesting and is totally not. So thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna do the season 6 premiere next week, around 10 o'clock, 8, 9, or 10. We haven't done the time yet.
Season starts back up.
Yeah, season starts. So we'll be watching it with you guys. Not right after. We'll discuss it and we'll have a good time. All right, talk soon, guys. Bye.